How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. And, Russian Imperial Stouts. I love them. Hopefully this is one I love. And, yeah, Russian Imperial Stout with coffee in the form of Hardywood's Sidamo coffee stout. I've had a couple Hardywood beers in my life. And I believe I've reviewed 2 of them so far. Their gingerbread stout, which was really nice. Wouldn't say a blow my doors off kind of beer, but for what it was, it hit its marks perfectly. And then their barrel-aged English barley wine, which was amazing for me. So, kind of on a roll here with the Hardywood beers as of late, so I expect a lot out of this one. As far as what it says in a bottle, it says Hardywood Sidamo Coffee Stout, Russian Imperial Stout brewed with locally roasted coffee, Reserve Series. Excuse me. 9.3% alcohol by volume, 55 IBUs over here. Government warning stuff, pouring in a stem glass, 50 degrees. Brewed with locally roasted coffee from Lamplighter Roasting Company, Richmond, Virginia, Hardywood Park Craft Brewery, Reserve Series. Our quest to brew the quintessential coffee beer began over a cupping with the coffee gurus from Richmond's Lamplighter Roasting Company. Their Ethiopian Sidamo coffee was masterfully roasted to highlight the single origin bean's bright, crisp body and distinctive blueberry undertones, make it harmonize beautifully with the Russian Imperial Stout. We hope you enjoy this in the brisk winter months. Actually, tomorrow's the first day of spring, so just squeezing this one in time. So there you go. Label-wise, Hardywood stuff's pretty cool. It's very classy, very simple, almost like a Western wanted poster kind of style artwork. So yeah, I dig it. It's kind of cool. Cap on a 750 of a big beer is kind of a weird thing. Not that I don't like it, but it almost looks like it's pushing upward pressure already. Anyway, semantics. Let's see what the stuff has to offer. Now they said it's a coffee bean, and Ethiopian coffee bean. It has blueberry notes to it. Blueberry in my Russian Imperial. That's a little bit of a stretch, I guess you could say, but we'll see. First off, not that it's not dark, but that is a little bit lighter than what I typically like my Russian Imperials to come out as. Gigantic head, as you see. Decently creaminess to it. Doesn't look like it's going to stick around all too long. It's actually beautiful, kind of like dancing, cascading bubbles from bottom to top. It's not almost you can actually see them moving upwards. But yeah, it has a nice color to it. Like I said, you can't get a ton of color through it, but through the pour itself, you can definitely get a decent amount of color through it. I like my Russian Imperials to be as dark as my soul. Haha. Yeah, so, I mean, but it's all about the taste. Well, it's about the look, the nose, the taste, and a billion other things. So, yeah. It looks like a nice stout. Let's see what she smells like. You can definitely get the coffee in there. And I want to say you can get blueberry in there. I don't know if my mind's playing tricks on me just from reading that, but I think you can actually get it. And it's got this nice sweetness to it. It doesn't smell overly bitter. You don't say if it's a brewed coffee or a cold pressed coffee or whatever. But yeah, it just has this nice roasted coffee to it. Not like an espresso or a cappuccino. It's actual coffee with literally you can actually get blueberry in there. Other than that, it's got this nice caramel toffee mixture. With a decent roasted malt. Just the thing about it that is striking me right now is there's really no bitterness in the nose whatsoever. A lot of times when you're dealing with Russian Imperial Stouts, a lot of times, or even bigger stouts, I assume this is a Russian Imperial Stout just from the quick research I did just to see what style it was. That combined with the coffee you're talking about, really flirting with a lot of bitterness. I really don't get that too much on the nose. I just got a really nice kind of almost like a caramel macchiato with a dash of blueberry thing kind of going on there, which is pretty badass. So yeah, looks nice, smells awesome. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. like it. I like it. It's a good beer. This is a really good beer. I keep expecting like this flavor to explode out of it, and it just kind of falls short. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a really good beer. When it first hits your mouth, there's not a ton there. You actually do get this ever so slightest tinge of bitterness. It's so minuscule though. And it's just followed by this nice combination of a sweet roasted coffee with a nice roasted malt. And they kind of married together and end up being pretty badass. Blueberry, kind of a stretch. In the grand scheme of things, I guess you could say there's a fruitiness to it, but it's definitely almost like a third, not even a secondary note, but a third note there that's kind of lingering in the background. It's predominantly that just slightest tinge of bitterness that's not off-putting whatsoever, especially if you're somebody that's hypersensitive to that, combined with a really nice balance between a roasted malt and those nice roasted grains, nice beautiful roastedness of the coffee kind of married together and just end up working, very well together. Mouthfeel is a little bit meh, a little bit medium, maybe on a low side of medium. But yeah, it's not a bad beer whatsoever. I really enjoy it. Expected a little bit more out of it. This is probably, out of the three that I've reviewed, this is probably the low man on a totem pole. That being said, I'm going to rate it, rating wise, I'd probably give it like an 88 overall. 88, 89, flirting right around there. That's what I mean. It's not a bad beer whatsoever. I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it if you're into coffee stouts, because coffee is there. Okay, it's delivering what it needs to deliver. The other ones are just that much better. So yeah, I mean, rating wise, 88, 89 overall, right around there. So solid B plus on that one. Value and availability. Hardywood stuff is typically available, readily available. Again, your mileage may vary. I'm in Northeastern Pennsylvania, so you take that with a grain of salt. Typically, you can get almost all Hardywoods. The thing is, they don't last. They usually come in the area, they sit around for a week or two, and then they're gone. So right now, I could pick this up, but in 3 weeks' time, it's probably going to be a bunch of nothing. So availability, right now, I'm going to give it a 7. Value, I paid $12 for this, and $12 for this, $7.50 of this beer isn't too shabby. So I'll give that a 7 too. So yeah, 88, 87, 88, 89, somewhere right on there overall, and 7's of value and availability. Just a really nice coffee stout. It's not the best one I've ever had, but it's not even close to the worst one I've ever had. You have to give kudos to Hardywood for kind of making that harmony between the beer and the coffee kind of work. It just does. And yeah, it just lacks that wow factor for me to take it next level. There you go. So yeah, I mean, if you're into coffee stouts, like I said, Russian Imperial is kind of a stretch based off look, based off taste. I just give it an Imperial Stout moniker. If you're into Imperial Stouts and you like coffee forward stuff, this would definitely be something worth checking out. And there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you like and subscribe and all that stuff, that would be awesome. And yeah, if you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive Beers in all 4 of those places. Yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice coffee stout right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.